Hey everyone, it's Jessie checking in from Val d'Isère. It's Sunday morning here in resort, and there's a bright, almost spring-like feel in the air after yesterday's warmth, with the village slowly coming to life as guests head out for another busy day on the slopes. It was a very cold and settled night down in the village. Temperatures dropped steadily from just below freezing early in the evening to a low of around -10 degrees Celsius by sunrise. There was no precipitation recorded overnight, and winds stayed light throughout, just up to 7 kilometres per hour, with the strongest gusts earlier in the evening reaching just over 20 kilometres per hour before easing back, a proper frosty one in town. Around town today, we're looking at a largely sunny day. There were a few bits of cloud earlier on, but clear skies are taking over and it's set to stay bright into the afternoon. Temperatures are expected to peak at around 4 degrees Celsius, so noticeably milder than it has been. Winds are light overall, starting from the east earlier and turning northwesterly through the day, with occasional gusts that could reach around 43 kilometres per hour. In the village itself, though, it should feel fairly calm and very pleasant in the sunshine. Up the top on Bellevarde, it's also a sunny picture overall, with just a few early clouds clearing away. Temperatures at the top are forecast to reach around 0 degrees Celsius, so much milder than recent days. Winds will be a bit more noticeable up there, light to gentle through the day with gusts that could approach 48 kilometres per hour, especially on exposed ridges. Visibility should be excellent once those early clouds lift, so a great day for taking in the views. Just be aware that the snow will react to that warmth. This coming week is shaping up to be another busy one in resort and just slightly less packed than last week. Occupancy is sitting at just over 88%, which still means over 100,000 overnight stays across the week. It's the first week of the holidays for Parisians, which will be pretty obvious around town, and the second week for Zone B. We're also welcoming plenty of Belgians, Dutch, Swiss, Germans and Poles into town. Over at the Blue Note today, there's sport on the screens with the Olympic ice hockey final at 2:10, followed by Spurs versus Arsenal at 5:30. And at Le Hibou, it's Sunday Funday with happy hour running all day. They'll be showing France against Italy in the Six Nations, and DJ Tom Shanks will be on the decks from 10 o'clock tonight to round off the weekend properly. Here's your Avalanche update, which is a translated summary of the official Bulletin d'estimation du risque d'avalanche issued by Météo France for the Vanoise massif. Please make sure you check the full official report using the link in the description before heading off piste. The risk level today is 3, which means marked risk. There are still some wind slabs in the snowpack that remain quite reactive, especially where recent snow has been moved around by northwesterly winds. These slabs can be fragile to hard, and sometimes there are very few obvious signs that they're there. From around 1,800 to 2,000 metres on north-facing slopes and higher up on southern aspects, a skier could still trigger a slab. Because of the significant recent snowfall, fractures can be thick and avalanches may reach medium size. Above 2,000 metres, particularly on colder east, north and west-facing slopes, there are also persistent weak layers buried deeper in the snowpack. If those are triggered, they could produce larger avalanches. On top of that, the continuing mild temperatures are a real factor today. The freezing level is climbing to around 2,800 metres. Below roughly 2,000 to 2,400 metres, especially on steep grassy slopes, numerous natural releases are expected through the day. These can include glide avalanches and ground slabs, and some may affect mountain roads or high-altitude parking areas. On sunny south-facing slopes, the fresh snow will become moist and unstable as the day goes on, with small to medium natural avalanches possible, and in very isolated cases, something larger cannot be completely ruled out. Snow cover is abundant at all altitudes, with around 100 to 150 centimetres added above 2,000 metres from the recent series of storms. Conditions vary hugely depending on aspect. Lower down and on sunny slopes, the snow will be crusty in the morning after a refreeze, then becoming heavy and sticky in the afternoon. On shaded slopes, especially sheltered from the wind, there is still soft snow, but it becomes denser and more uneven closer to ridges and exposed areas. In short, today is not a day to take risks outside open and marked pistes. If you are heading off piste, you need full safety equipment, solid decision making, and ideally a qualified guide. And again, check the full official bulletin before you go. If you're planning to explore the mountains this season, remember, off-piste skiing is dangerous. Always take a qualified guide and never go off-piste without a transceiver, shovel, and probe. And most importantly, know how to use them and practice regularly. That's everything for this Sunday morning here in Val d'Isère. If you're out enjoying the sunshine today, make the most of it and stay safe out there. And as always, if you know of any events, live music, or local happenings worth sharing, drop a comment and let us all know. If you're finding our updates useful, a like and a subscribe to the Val d'Isère online YouTube channel really helps to support what we do and reach more people who love the resort.
For further information, piste reports, and events sponsored by Val d'Isère Tourism, please go to radiovaldisere.com, the local radio station with the most up-to-date information. Forecast information provided by medioblue.com, infoclimat.fr and meteofrance.fr. Conditions in the Alps can change quickly, so always check before heading out. Webcam pictures courtesy of the official Val d'Isère website valdisere.com.